Hi, y'all. Good afternoon at the Hannah House. So I'm just going to jump right in. Yesterday, I got some books from the library, and there was one other book that I read something I was going to share with you all because I thought it was weird. And then last night, I decided, let's just not be weird and go there. Well, let's be weird and go there today. So this is a totally different book. This is not even the book that I was speaking on yesterday evening. And I always skim over books before I read them to my child because, I want to know what kind of bullshit it could possibly be because I don't want to feed him such garbage. Anyways, so this book is called Becoming an Astronaut, all right? And it is by Ellen Lawrence, okay, Spaceology. So I got my flashlight out. It reminded me, since I've been feeling so nostalgic lately, it reminded me of, that movie. Damn it, what is it called? Oh my gosh, what the fuck? Anyways, we're not going to hang on that. We'll come back to that. So we've got Jimi Hendrix playing Hey Joe in the background from 1967 live. Don't know why that is, but that's just how it's going down. So I'm just going to read one page to you, and you just sit on it and take what resonates or flip it around in your brain a few times. I don't know. Just something to think about. Interesting information. And if anything, if you ever want to go play Jeopardy, then you might have some answers to some shit. Basic training. Once people are selected to become astronauts, they begin basic training. They learn how to fly the Soyuz and other spacecraft to the ISS, which stands for the International Space Station. Isn't that ironic that International Space Station is SSI in reverse? Anyways, could be coincidence. Let's just say it is for shits and giggles, okay? Anyways, they must learn how to repair all the equipment if something breaks. Trainees are also taught basic medical skills, such as how to give a shot. To make sure they've learned everything, they take hundreds of tests. These trainees are practicing fixing the ISS toilet. Okay? Why they would put that little tidbit of information in really is beyond me. People are really fucking weird. Okay? The Soyuz spacecraft that fly to the ISS belong to Russia. Therefore, all astronauts must learn Russian as a part of their training. A trainee astronaut practices his medical skills. And this man right here, he works for the European Space Agency. Baldy. Okay, cool. Nothing wrong with that. And then I flipped over to 2 chapters later, and it is cave knots. Just a little interesting information in Miss Hannah's cool school. To prepare for life in space, trainee astronauts spend a week in a cave. Deep underground, there is no day or night, just like in space. The trainees have only a limited amount of food and water. They must explore the cave and work as a team to complete a mission. The mission might be to collect samples of gases and rocks or to look for signs of life. A trainee doing an experiment. Looks like spelunking to me. That's what I know it as. But anyways, trainees eating lunch underground. Okay, that looks like a very serious meeting right there. And then this says, like space, a cave is a dark, dangerous place to work. The trainee astronauts learn to rely on each other. The trainee astronauts are known as cave knots here. They're setting up camp. Well, how fun. Anyways, that's all I wanted to get into. with that book. I do want to say, though, that my curiosity led me to see, let's see. Okay, so the book by Ellen Lawrence, consultant Josh Barker, Space Communications Team, National Space Center, Leicester, whatever, United Kingdom. I thought that was interesting that I found this book in my library, but anywho, and it is by Bearport Publishing, New York, New York. Okay, just going to leave you with that, and I don't know, take whatever you want, leave the rest, or fuck off, and we'll be back later. I'm going to go eat supper. Love you, bye.